He's going to pass. Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much. All throughout the year, all the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. They'll line up for a second down play. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Back to the air one more time. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Throws for the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
Now on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. Pulls it in inside the 10. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Defensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They go right back to him. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. They'll try it on the ground. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns.
And they get the sack right out of the gate. LSU quick to the line. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Burke. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, he'll let it fly. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. How about this DB turning on the Jets and getting the first sack of the game for this defense?
And that is how you come from the secondary with authority. Come with some speed, some vitriol, some hate. Just get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. Nice job by the secondary getting to the quarterback.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Gator! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Oklahoma is trailing, but don't tell me this team can't come back. Once saw Jalen Hurts lead the Sooners back from 28-3 down. We'll see what they're made of today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Virginia Tech. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. And you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
A first down for the offense. Quarterback keeper. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And you can tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan. And the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but any of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
Motion from the offense. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Unloads it left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now we see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Complete to the left. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. A first down run on the doorstep. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's second and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Time to take a shot. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Gators sending the offense back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wide receiver shows motion. He's back to throw on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
I love the competitive nature by the defender on that play. That's just a 50-50 ball, and that defender swatted it away.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on third. Blasted as he lets it go. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Slips through the line. They use the sideline as their friend and finally get him out of bounds on the return at the 47. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
And I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Right back to the well. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Give to the running back. On the move at the 30. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
To the ground with the back. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Gators trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Gators!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst. He showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Feeling some heat. They get to him as he throws. On target to the left. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese, and be like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past, and it's because of that swag.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
Looking to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Anderson. What a tough-minded, hard-edged run. He gets it to the 24.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Catch in the middle. It's Taylor. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes, and then throw the ball into open areas of the field and
fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
First down here for the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his second catch so far in this game.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, they'll take to the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for a lot more on that when instead he's out of bounds at the 14. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
First down here for the offense. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking to throw on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Hawkins. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Gators are on the move. Quarterback checking off. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking to scramble. Fires on the move. Got a wide open receiver. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Running through contact. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Florida! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oklahoma has the lead right now, but even though we've heard Boomer Sooner a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Memorial Stadium. They're up by 7 over Virginia Tech. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the tight end. Makes the grab. And it is a chunk play, a huge huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
The running back takes his track off right tackle here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the linebacker right there? They make calls and they play in coverage, but if you're a linebacker, you better be physical, and that dude came downhill. Somebody might want to block him up front, Palmer. Downhill and laid the lumber.
Yeah, they definitely weren't able to chip up and get him on that one. But I'll tell you, a hit like that, that makes you think twice about wanting to run the football between the tackles for the rest of this game, because that dude has got some bad intentions.
Finds his tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it. Able to make the tackle, but not before he gets 5 yards down to the 21.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical in the game of attack.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke 1 tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coaches, block those guys. Don't watch them tackle our guys.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This crowd knows when to bring it. Going to the run, it's Durham. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
It's the occupation for the definitely.
Oh, what's off?
Graphic position.
What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. Goes to the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
We help you.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Knocked down for the tackle.
I don't know about that play call, man. Your quarterback's already thrown 3 TDs in this game. Pollock, let him cook down.
Yeah, I mean, trying to show some balance, but he has had a great day. I trust him. This is a good situation. I'm going to put the ball in his hands, and I'm going to let him throw this football and get a touchdown.
It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. And this one for the lead in the waning moments. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This to jump into the lead in the final minute. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And the sideline celebration is on as they've taken the lead in the final minute.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On second down, looking again to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. On third down, going up top. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is over, and this will be a game of what might have been.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Try to imagine how a world would be built. No. Real good. It is like pressing big for little, but you just know you're already. Well, he's bringing the price down. He can put that money. Your own XL moment. Right? Multiple things help right here. And ultimately, turn thing. Dog like this. Signed up for no one wanting to listen to it. They trade themselves back. They're physical. They're hard-headed. They go for something. They hit them. And they hit it hard. They don't feel it, but the other dog person does. There's the most control right there too. And I'm getting no nonsense because this is no nonsense. You gotta match your dog's energy. So basically that gate, has the gate open. It doesn't need to be 5% of hours. Yes, you want to go see that dog, it doesn't need to bark at the dog. Yes, you want to get up from that down, it doesn't need to get up from that down. It won't control the same. Any different context.
Stop you, man.